What the hell is happening right now? I hear nothing. Hey everybody. I don't even know if I'm live right now. I can't hear a thing. I don't know what's going on. So please let me know if I'm live. I think I'm live. I hope I'm live. It says I'm live. So hey everybody. I'm just waiting on twins. I was a few minutes behind. It looks like I'm live because I can see myself now on Instagram. I'm just waiting on twins. I was running behind and now it seems that twins is running behind. And so I am starting the show without him. It's been a long, long day. It's been a long day. And I haven't even done any Christmassy stuff. Well, I guess we had our Christmas party today at work, but it's been a long day. And I cannot wait to go to bed. But we're going to have a great show, despite the fact that I really want to go to bed. So I'm pretty sure I'm live. I'm just waiting on twins to join us, and then we'll get into it. Because again, I was running a little bit behind. I told him I was running behind, and now it is appears that he's running behind. But here we are. It's almost the end of 2025, and I honestly cannot believe it. Like, I feel as if 2025 just started and we are almost at the end, which is insane. And so I wanted to kind of do a recap of things we've learned in 2025, things we're not bringing into 2026, and things we are looking forward as we go into 2026. And since I cannot hear myself, can everybody let me know if you're in the chat right now? Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Recently, my phone has been crackling. I'm actually going to turn myself up on Instagram just to see. Um, Hey, King Beautiful Intelligence, can you hear me? Please let me know if I am speaking clearly and if there's any problems with the sound on Instagram, because I honestly cannot hear myself and I have no clue what I sound like. So if you guys could give me a thumbs up, and I'm going to see actually where Twins is, because I have no clue where Twins is right now. Because I told him I was going to be 5 minutes late. He said okay, and now I have no clue where he is. So let me just double check here in a second. Hmm, sorry, guys. I can't even spell. I cannot even spell today. It's been a long. I just feel like it's been a long day. It's been a long month. I'm actually off for the rest of the holidays. I don't go back to the office until January the 6th, but that doesn't mean I don't have a shit load of things. I can say shit, right? What time is it? Doesn't mean I don't have a shit load of things that I need to do. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. How do I hope it's Analytic. You know what? Maybe sometimes I'm dyslexic. I just blame everything on being Jamaican. Is that 8 LLC? I don't know. So, welcome. I'm waiting for my co-host to join, but I was just talking about just how exhausting December has been and the fact that I cannot believe it's the end of 2025 and we're going into a new year. And I hope we're going into a new year with not the same BS that we're supposed to leave in 2025. And therefore, I want to talk about things we've learned in 2025, things we're going to avoid in 2026, and things that we're hoping 2026 will bring us in terms of relationships and love and partnerships and all the beautiful things that are coming. So my co-host will be joining us in a second. It's eight letter, just another. Oh, I love that. You know what? When in doubt, I just say I'm Jamaican. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Okay, now I'm gonna look it up. Are you on Instagram? I like to support small businesses, so now gonna see if you're on Instagram. I'm literally pulling up my phone to go on Instagram so I can follow you. Hopefully, you have female clothes. I also have a 24-year-old, so if there's not stuff for me, there might be stuff for her. When in doubt, I refer to my daughter. She knows what's going on. Now I'm trying. Oh, I found you. There we go. Oh my God. I'm acting like I don't know who this person is, but we digress. I'm done now. Okay, Twins is Twins is coming on shortly, and then we can get into it. There is Twins. Hola. I thought I was gonna be by myself. I didn't know if I was live. I didn't know if people could hear me. I didn't know nothing. I was just out here by myself.
My bad.
It's okay.
When I got your text, I looked down and it said, "Oh, Mike speak." I said, "Oh snap! I'm in the wrong place." I was there all this time. I'm like, "Where's she at?" Meanwhile, I'm on the wrong link, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you are here now, and I'm so happy you are here. How has your week been? Seriously, because mine has been something.
Um, Busy, productive. Just had a summer, I mean not summer, Christmas party. I had fun with the Top Golf. Where I was on my Tiger Woods, trying to be like.
Now I'm gonna have to see. I'm going on your Instagram. Did you post something? Let me see if you posted something on your Instagram so I can go see what you had going on here.
Yeah, don't judge that stroke game right there. Don't judge if you can see it.
Not the stroke game. Okay, you know what? I need to stop. Okay, I'm in your stories. Let me see. Hold on. Did you post something on your stories?
I don't know. You might have missed out because it was around this time yesterday. So,
Yesterday? Oh, boo. I think I missed out.
darn it, man. Oh, man.
Whatever. Shoot.
Dude, it was fun though.
Well,
My
I'm
first.
happy. I enjoy Top Golf. I've been to Top Golf. I went to one when I was living in Arizona, and
Mhm.
it was great. It was a great time. Listen. I love anything that's active. We had our Christmas party today, and it was more educational than active, and then we had food. So next time, I definitely am all about being active,
Oh yeah, and it was open bar too. So
not
it
the
was
open bar.
open bar. It was very interesting. Good food, good time. I'm glad you don't see the video because the first video was looking my swing stroke was
Was
bad.
it?
By the end of the
That
night,
was it rough?
it was something. All I know was by the end of the night, by the time it was time to go, I was swinging that thing.
I love that. I love that for you. Are you off at any time during this season?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Other than Christmas and like New Year's Eve, like do you have some consecutive time? Because I'm off as of today. I don't go back to the office till January the 6th.
Must be nice.
It is nice. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
you got one of them. My kids got my kids. Shoot, my kids don't get out of school until tomorrow. Shoot, you're
That's
off.
unfortunate for them. So technically, I'm off tomorrow on a technicality. I mean, I'm still gonna check emails and stuff. I haven't quite removed the email off my phone yet because I got some important deals that I'm trying to close. But as of the 23rd, though, yeah, don't check for me. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean I'm off, but not like that. Like Christmas week. Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so Saturday, Sunday. So I get that little break. I head back to work on
That's
Monday. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a little
listen.
break. It ain't nothing like what you got going on. It's a little something, something.
Yeah, mine's just a good 2.5 weeks. I won't lie. So I went into my account because I was like, I should enjoy this, right? Like I should treat myself. And I went to my bank account thinking that we were gonna have a conversation about me trying to, dip out for a little bit. It closed
Right.
itself on me and sent me a text that said, "Bitch, please." it said you. It said you're playing. It said you were just in Cuba, ma'am. You were just in Cuba. Like I was actually in Cuba this time last month. And so my bank account said, hold on, wait a minute. No, pump your brakes here. You're having a lovely staycation and you will go to the gym. You will write, you will do some content, you will learn some new things about content,
Mm.
and you will stay your ass at home. Because I also have a trip in March. I'm supposed to go to Martha's Vineyard in August and two trips next November. So it said, whoo, pump your brakes. And I have to pay for it myself, twins. I have to pay for those trips myself. And one of those trips is with my little brat. So I'm paying for me and for her. Okay. Okay. I volunteered told her to pay for the Ubers to and from the airport. But other than that, it's all mommy. So my bank account logged me out and said, bitch, please.
All right. And besides that, how else has your week been?
Tiring. It's funny because when you're preparing to leave, there's
Uh-huh.
so much you need to do because you're not going to be around. So there's the last minute emails. I told you I was in hiring mode. I did give somebody the offer, the verbal offer yesterday, and I still need to give her the written offer, which is with the CEO, but I've technically added another new member to my team. Trying to delegate things to her and made me realize how much things I do because I'm literally dividing me into two. And it's so like when I started putting things on her plate, I started realizing how many things were on mine. So it's definitely been interesting.
Okay, boss.
Yeah, they
Wow.
don't pay me enough, but
Offer somebody, give them an offer. Boss. That's boss moves right there. That's levels.
I mean, it was tough, but we do our thing. Listen, I need someone to be able to take over a lot of the things that I'm doing because they want to pile more things onto me, and it had nowhere to go. So I am a team of two that's now becoming a team of three that is responsible for 70% of our gross operating budget. Like we don't turn the lights on without my department, and that's a lot for basically one person because the second person on my team is my coordinator who just does all my deliverables. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
all of that stuff, but the negotiating and the networking, that's all me. So now I get to divide myself in two and I'm going to love it coming into the next few months as I get to delegate. But I digress. We have a lot of things to talk about. We're going to get right into it. We want to thank everybody who's joining us here on YouTube, of course, on Instagram. It is almost 2026, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is. We made it.
We made it. In 2 weeks exactly today, it will be January the 1st. In insane. I don't know where the year went, but we're going to talk about it. We want to talk about some things as we go into the new year because although people talk about new year, new me, and I've never been a big believer in that, I do think some stuff we need to leave in the old year. And
Hmm.
some people too. I think we need to leave some stuff and sometimes some people. Now, my new year generally starts around my birthday. My birthday was a month ago. And so I definitely had to leave some things and reset and recharge. But for most of you, your new year starts on January 1st. So we are going to get you ready for this new year by being open and honest with you about things that we have learned. And maybe you want to share with us things that you have learned because this was a learning year about relationships. So I'm going to ask some questions. We're going to dig deep. We're going to deep. Y'all know me. I like to share my business and my mouth runs like water. So um, even if I try to refrain, my brain doesn't allow me to. So we're going to go into it. Twins is going to be open with me. I'm going to be open with him. And we can go from there. So I'm going to ask the first question that is on our list. And we're both going to answer each of these questions. So, twins, my first question is what is the biggest lesson dating or relationships taught you this year? I'm Jamaican, so the word is Taught, but I'm going to say it as taught. So I just spelled it out.
What is the biggest lesson of
Yes.
2025 for dating?
Hmm.
Um, especially that I would say 2025 was the year of dating for me because my
Mm,
divorce finalized in November 2024. So you figure November, December, January, here we are.
yeah, damn.
And yeah, I learned that it's not easy as I thought it was gonna be. It's not,
Mm,
what I'm saying? I figured I'd jump back out there, grab me some up real quick and settle down and what I'm saying, back to being in the direction of being married again. No, 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 no. There's a lot of there's a lot of damaged goods out there in
damn,
2025.
damn. Not
And
damaged goods.
I was met with, like it was me. Like maybe is it too soon for you to be out here because you just got divorced and XYZ? And I was led to think maybe I was. No, no, it's not me, it's them. Because, even though you gonna try to use my divorce as the crutch, I'm like, nah, you got some shit that you're dealing with that I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least I know where mine's from come from, divorce. You still got
Mm-hmm.
some shit that years of trauma, years whatever that you still haven't got healed from. And don't try to use my situation like I'm not mentally ready, which you have been mentally ready for decades. So, yeah, it just really is out. I got a lot of there's a lot of questions to have, so I don't want to give too much for this one. I don't want
Yeah.
to sound repetitive on each one, right? But I do want to say is that yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Thinking of being a bachelor, being a guy like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun. I'm first off, I'm not meant for these streets. Okay.
That part.
Mm-mm. I'm a husband. I'm a husband out there. I'm a one man only. I can't be out here just dating and running these streets and like I got in my young 20s. Nah. I'm gonna land there for now because there's many questions and I don't want, like I said, don't want to sound duplicate or repetitive. But go ahead. How about you?
I'm gonna steal yours and go with that as my first one. I am not meant for these streets. These streets are not my friends. Okay? They're not for me. I want to be up under somebody's son, somebody's grandpapa, okay, somebody's papa. I am not for the streets, and the streets are not for me. I think that was my first lesson. I'm going to agree with you. I knew that I had to take some time after my last relationship ended, and I did. I took probably a little bit over a year, and I really I was celibate the whole thing. Like I there was so much going on. I came back to Canada, I had to restart. There was so much. But when I also jumped back, see, I jumped back into dating sort of when you were getting a divorce. So I probably jumped back. We broke up in June of 2023, and I really kind of jumped back into dating September of 2024. Um, and I like you thought it was gonna be just easy street, right? Like you meet someone, you have commonalities, you're aligned, and bingo, bango, there you go. No, 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 that was not the case. So I would say that was two lessons. I'm not for these streets, and dating isn't. And you were off the market for 14 years. I was only off the market for like three, and in those 3 years, 4 years, things had changed. And I was like, I am not okay with this. I will say the other biggest thing, and just like you, I don't want to say too much, um, is that not having my father has definitely impacted the way I date. And people might go, huh? Why? My dad was my source of knowledge and support and wisdom, and the person that I went to for almost everything. Um, and I met my ex, and I got together as my dad's health was declining. Um, and that was tough for me during that time, but not having him at all, not to even go by his bedside and hold his hand or talk to him, like it has been rough, and I realize how freaking important fathers are in daughters' lives. If I didn't know that before, and I had my daddy,
Mm,
so losing my daddy as I was also restarting and retooling and doing all of that, where I've always, whenever I needed somebody, I turned, my daddy was there, and not turning, and I had no daddy. Like, I had no daddy to lean on, and no daddy to guide me. I had no daddy, and so I'm like, who the fuck am I supposed to go to now? Like, my sisters are great, and so are my best friends, and I love them, and they're great guides and beacons for me, but they're not my daddy. So now I'm trying to navigate these new streets that I'm not meant for without my daddy. And that, yeah, every girl needs their daddy. I'm gonna tell you that because I don't know how the ladies are doing it without dads, because I'm at this critical path and I just want my daddy. So that is definitely seriously, like, there are days I literally look at his picture, I'm like, Daddy, I just need you back. Like, if somebody said $1 billion, or
your dad.
like my dad, that even if it was a month twins with my dad, I will take a month with my dad, because the way I would just download things from him, and I would literally spend every single waking moment of that month with my daddy, because the knowledge and the wisdom that that man had, I'm not going to find it anywhere else. So I will say those are the three things this year has taught me, as I kind of fully jumped back into dating. Ugh, Lord, the streets are not for me. Um, so the so the next question is, what did you learn about yourself in relationships that you didn't expect?
What I've learned, um, that I need to have a little bit more patience,
Ooh,
um, with these young ladies out here, and eh, I can't compare to what I had
mm,
when
that
I
part.
compared to the ex-wife that I was with.
That part.
It wasn't sin. Once again, I was married 14 years, so once you've been with somebody for that long, you kind of get settled with things that we've been dealing with, and you think you go back out there and get that same type of thing back, not the same, but something similar to what you have, and
Hmm.
and knowing that I could kind of mold, or okay, I mean, most men can do X, Y, Z, and she can do a little bit of this. I can compromise X, Y, Z. No, it don't work like that. Everyone's different. Everyone handles situations and think totally differently. So that was what I learned about or learned about this stage of my life as far as dating wise. That's what I learned. They're not they're not her. Which I don't want her to be her, because if they were her, I would technically still be married. So yeah, it's gonna be different.
I feel like I'm just copying your answers, because you actually know that that is exactly what I learned this year, because you and I have talked about it. I have spent um, the last year trying to find my ex in someone else.
Not gonna work.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I've been subconsciously, consciously trying to find my ex in the men I date, and when they don't measure up, I'm like, okay, well, bye. Because I'm very impatient. I don't even pretend. Like, I need a patient man, because I'm an impatient woman. Like, I do not want to date myself. And so this is not to, steal from some of the questions later, but this is something that I know I need to leave its ass in 2025, because I cannot find my ex in other men, not in stature, not in intelligence. Like, these men are these men. And sometimes I was very conscious that I was doing, and sometimes it was very subconscious that it was doing. And I think you and I had a conversation, and you very basically bluntly told me, no, this is what you're doing. um and so that is one thing, and so I know that that is a flaw. It is not fair to the, just like with you, like, it's not fair to the other people. Because you're right, if our exes were so great, we would still be with them. That's the reality. I think we would have both fought a little bit more than we did. Like there, because there's always a little bit of fight in you, and you just, yeah, you know, I'm good to move on now. So it's been, I think 2025 has been an interesting year trying to navigate dating while trying to heal for me and grieve and just do all of this stuff. And I probably should have just sat my ass down, to be honest, in 2025. But I did that in 2024. So I thought, no, it's going to be different in 2025. Like, I'm ready. I was wrong. So here, here we are, here we go. And we're being very blunt and honest with you, everybody, as we end 2025, as this will be our last live show of 2025. We will be back in 2026 next week. My goal is to be playing some of our top shows, some of the top clips. I'm working on this. It's going to be live for 12 hours. That's the hope. If I get all of
Oh
it right, we will be live for 12 hours. Can you guys hear me? Am I crackling? I
yeah.
just want to make sure I'm good. Okay, good. Because this thing, I'm on a different phone tonight because I'm hoping there are no issues. Okay, next question. What advice about love sounds good online but fails in real life?
What advice sounds good online? I'm gonna let you start with this one first. I know you asked.
I am going to say the whole idea about 50-50.
Hmm.
That 50-50 shit sounds real good online, but in real life, it does not work. Most women do not want to go 50-50 in bills. It sounds great. It sounds good when a woman says, yep, I've got my man. I'm going to hold him down. I'm going to make sure he's good. I can do half these bills. We're lying. Most of us are. Now, there's some who may be okay, but the reality is there's a lack of respect for that man when a woman has to dig into her pockets. Nothing dries a woman up more, to
Mm.
be honest, than having to go into her wallet and pay something if it's not for a special occasion. I have no problems treating you. I will do a picnic in a park. Okay. I will take you and surprise you and have a great date. I will do some nice things for my man. But if I feel like I am obliged to pay, I won't do it. No, thank you. And online, it sounds great, right? Online, you hear them ladies talk about, oh no, I don't have no problems going 50-50. I will hold my man down.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Let me tell you, in the group chats, listen, I'm going to tell you what my group chats are. My group chats are like, what the fuck? And my people are married and engaged. Okay? Their husbands and fiance, that's not the reality of their life. And these are women who make good money. One's a lawyer and one's oversees a merchandising department of a major retailer. They are not struggling in any way, shape, or form, but they're not even thinking about going 50-50. Okay? My friend groups have husbands who are retiring their wives in their 40s. They're telling their wives at 42, you never have to work again. They're retiring their wives. Husbands are retiring their wives. And you want to talk to me about going 50-50? So I would rather get ridiculed on these chats all day, every day, before I lie to anybody and tell them I'm going 50-50 with anything. Ain't gonna happen. Twins.
Mm. Okay, that's a good one. I don't have one because I really don't take online advice. You know, like that people will say online, like 50-50. That was a good one. I wish I thought about that first. That was a good one. I didn't think about that one. But I really don't take advice online about what women should do or X, Y, Z because it's like I live in a real world.
Not the
Uh,
real world. He said them in the real world.
I'm trying to think of like something they say a woman this, and I can't think of nothing right now. What advice that they say what should happen versus reality. So I don't have one like for advice because once again I don't take advice from what people say. Like we look at we watch or we take clips from other shows and we may play on as far as a topic like that. But usually it always be the women with the suggestions or questions stuff like that. You don't really see men that
That is facts.
will come up to the stage in front of a room, say, "Hey, I fumbled my wife," and da da da. You know what I'm saying? Well, there was a guy who fumbled his wife, but
He
that
short fumbled his wife, and the next man literally was trying to pick her
yeah,
up right in front. That shit was funny.
but that was more advice for yeah. I don't have one really. Technically, I don't want because yeah. So
Okay,
I might come back to that one, but we'll go to the next one for now.
we'll go to the next one. And I'll actually answer the next one first. I'm gonna have to think about it, but I'm gonna read it. What relationship rule do people repeat that you now know isn't true? Question mark. So repeat, what relationship rule do people repeat that you now know isn't true? Question mark. Um, I I don't know so much today, but I mean, I've been on this earth for 46 years and I have been in and out of relationships for 30 of those 46 years. And something that I have heard for a long time is love is enough.
Mm,
Love is enough. If you love them enough, if they just loved you enough, is enough. You guys can get through it because you love each other. Love isn't enough. Love is never going to be enough. Love cannot be the foundation of your relationship. You need a hell of a lot more than love to make a relationship work. And you are looking at two people who are divorced, who've been in love, who have loved. And I'm going to speak for both of us and say, listen, I think we can both tell you that love isn't enough. I love the hell out of my ex fiance. I love the breath he took, every breath he took in his body. Like, I love that man. And I am sitting here on this couch in a different country single because I will tell you do not let anybody ever tell you love is enough because it's not. So that is the answer to that question. Twins.
okay. Okay. I got good. That's a good one. I like that one. Another thing that's a rule that they say is, that will make everything stick like glue is keep God first, right?
Mm,
Right. And this is what I'll say, right? When it comes to that saying, oh, just pray on it.
that part.
No,
She said no. Sorry.
faith without works is
It's
dead.
dead.
So you can sit there and pray all day about, oh, I love my wife. She gonna do this for me. Lord, this X, Y, Z. If no one's putting any work behind it, nothing's
That
going to
part.
happen. It has to be something that both people need to work towards for the same common goal.
You ain't never lied.
So I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. Faith without any works is dead, meaning you need to put the work in. So you just can say this prayer on it. Pray enough,
Mm,
it's not enough.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? It's good to have the foundation for it. Put the work in.
mm,
And I'm gonna leave it there because it ain't Sunday. Because I can go down a different route, but we'll leave right there.
mm.
Next.
You are, listen, I know that probably pissed a few really like Christians off, but we're sorry because it is the truth. Like you can get on your knees all you want and pray. Between love is enough, faith is not enough. Like
Mm,
people say, but again, just get on. You love that man, get on your knees and pray to God because he will see. Stop this. We digress. We move on. So the next question is, what does a healthy relationship actually require that people don't like talking about?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Oh, you ready?
I got this one tag. I'm in. Accountability. Accountability is what is required, and people don't want to talk about it. And it has to be on both sides. The man to be held accountable for his actions, the woman to be held accountable for their actions. It just can't be a situation where you keep pointing at, well, you're not doing this, and you're not doing that, and you're this, and you're that, and this. Everyone's pointing a figure and not thinking what is the cause and effect, right? Yeah, I might be doing X, Y, Z because you didn't do what you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I asked you for this, you didn't do it. Cool. Here's the cause of it. Now I'm doing this. Well, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Well, if you did X, Y, Z over here, I wouldn't be doing A, B, C, D, E over here. Cause and effect accountability. So if you take responsibility for what you need to do for a relationship to work, then it will the other part won't happen because if you're doing your part, then I want to be maybe roaming anywhere else or getting off the wrong exit. Because I say this all the time, it's always a cause and effect. Most people don't wake up.
Amen.
Most people don't wake up one day and they say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to cheat today. Today's the day. You know what? First people on my DM, I'm going over today and smashing." Cause and effect. So that's one right there. Accountability on both sides.
That's a good one. And that is something people don't want to talk about, right? No one wants to be the person who says, I might have contributed to my partner stepping
Come on
out,
now. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
right? It is a tough place to be. It is a tough place to be to say, you know what? I have neglected that woman,
Mm,
or I have put that man on ice for a month and didn't give him any pum pum. Okay, and so therefore, and if his love language is physical touch,
mhm.
now you're depriving him and not loving him in the way. If her love language is words of affirmation and quality time, now you're pushing, right. And it is important for us to understand we have to be aligned. So my word is another word, alignment. People need to talk about alignment in relationships. It is like a healed person and an unhealed person cannot coexist in the same relationship.
Message.
Because it is not my responsibility to heal you, and it damn well isn't your responsibility to heal me. And I know that there are some people say, you know what, that woman just needs a good man, or that man that just needs a good woman. You have to heal yourself. Just like the concept of people saying, what does it mean to bring peace into a person's life? Well, if you're not at peace yourself, you're not bringing any peace to anybody.
Mm,
So at first, so my definition of what it means to be a peace to a man is that I am at peace within myself first. Because if I'm at peace, that man is going to have peace 24/7 because I want peace. I desire peace. And so I make sure that I regulate myself and I am at peace. Because if I'm not at peace, I'm going to get myself in peace. And I'm going to have tools that allow me, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's meditating, whether it's going to yoga. Like I have found ways to make sure that if I'm misaligned, because alignment in yourself is important, that I go find that alignment so I can be at peace within myself. So this idea of be a man's peace when you're in turmoil, you're not going to be anybody's peace. You're not even peaceful to yourself. So when people are getting into relationships and they're missing that alignment piece, ask the right question. Find out what their background is. What is their relationship with love? What has been their relationship track record? What is relationship with his mother and his father? What is her relationship with the mother and the father? Have they ever been in relationships that were toxic? What made them toxic? Like, let's start digging deep, because there's so much misalignment in relationship and people are like, I don't know why it didn't work.
weren't equally yoked.
That's another word for alignment, people. That's actually what it means. When you guys are talking about yin and yang and being equally yoked, the word that is alignment. It means that two people are aligned. When you talk about values and goals and your background and your future, you don't have to be exactly the same, but you have to be on the same path. Somebody can't be going over there and somebody's trying to go that way. That is a misalignment.
Talk about it.
So that is and I won't lie, that is something that's important for me. I talk about it. I like to fail fast. And maybe it's also my impatience because I'm not, again, I told you I need a patient man because I'm not going to pretend I'm the most patient woman. Okay. I'm not patient in work. I'm not patient. I'm not a patient person. I know myself well, but I fail fast because I understand misalignment when I see it. I know when there's a man who comes in my path that I'm like, we're just not going to work. Like we're just, where your past has been and where your future wants to be and where your present currently is, like like it's just we are at a crossroads of something, and I'm not going to force it. So when people are going into these relationships, start asking the right questions and figuring out, not do I like them,
Hmm.
not even do I love them, am I aligned with them? Y'all relationship will last a lot longer. That's the advice I'm giving to myself in 2026 because I am not meant for these streets. Go back to question one. We move on. Next question. Oh, this one's gonna be tough for me to answer, but I am ready. What would success in dating look like for you in 2026 realistically?
Mm. What was it says in dating 20s look like? Okay. That's a good one because I don't got the answer really,
Me either.
but I would to try to answer this. I'll take a stab at it. I would say try to be more upfront and I don't want to say realistic, but upfront and intentional as far as what you want in the relationship that you want to go into in 2016. If, like he kind of said last thing, if you know that you're not aligned, like, if the person you're talking to, they talking about they want to be married and marriage is not even on your, you know what I'm saying, not on your radar, you might as well stop right there. I don't care how bad she look,
Facts.
big it is, whatever. Let's not waste our time. If you know that's something, as men, we know right away if we want to even entertain of being married or whatever it may be, being in a serious relationship. If you know that's something you don't want to do, just be honest with the lady. Don't waste her time or your time and be like, you know what? I'm not looking for, I know what you want and I'm not on that time right now. And at least give her the opportunity to be, you know what? I'm okay with it. We can stay here. Or thank you for your time. We go our separate ways. So I would say that is probably the most realist thing in 2026, that if everyone was be more intentional and upfront, it may cause it may decrease the headaches, the drama, the baby mama, baby daddy situation, because you being upfront as far as what you want. That's the best way I can stab at that. Tag, you're it.
Tiger, so I'm going to repeat the question so that I could answer it. What
Mhm.
would success in dating look like for you in 2026 realistically? Realistically, for me personally, I think 2026 is me being alone. Um, I would love marriage. I desire nothing but marriage, but I think that desire has sometimes blinded me. Um, to situations. And so, realistically, in 365 days, yes, I would love someone to meet me, fall in love, get engaged, and marry me. That's not realistic. I think 2026 might look like healing for me. Um, I've lost my father and my stepfather within the last 3 years, and it's been a journey. So I think for me there might be healing, and I am open. I think I am absolutely open. I am open, but I felt like I was on this timeline. Like I was convinced I was going to be remarried by the time I was 45. Like I was just like, by the time I'm 45, I'm definitely going to be remarried. Um, and 45 came and went, and 46 is now here, and 47 is next year. So I think realistically it's healing, and maybe a journey of just being alone, but being open. That's the part. Alone doesn't mean that I'm going to be closed. I am very open, but I just won't. I don't want to put up. I don't want to put groom here. Um, because I have the tendency to want to put groom here, and that's not going to work for me at all. So sad, but I'm open. That's the part. I am open. Whew, that was a moment. Okay, two more questions, and we're just going to have some quick banter, and of course, do our last dating tips for 2025. I cannot believe it. Next question. What belief about love did you have to unlearn the hard way?
Here we go. I got one. Happy wife, happy life. Let me say that again. What belief, love, did I learn the hard way? Happy wife, happy life. That's something that's kind of like ingrained into men. Like, hey man, as long as she's happy, everything will work out. I'm gonna call right now. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. No, it happy, not
Happy
spouse.
spouse ain't no house.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking my mom was going somewhere else, but yes, both parties need to be happy. Not just one person only. One
Right.
man should always sacrifice everything just to make sure she's happy. It should go both ways, and it should be equally. So, like, as much I want to make sure she's happy, she should also want to make sure that you're happy as well. Because it seems selfish that if men sacrifice everything you do just to make sure you're happy, how's that fair?
Facts. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me. Oh, you know what? She don't like me doing this. Let me stop what I'm doing because she don't like when I do this. Like, for example, oh, watching football. Saturday, Sunday, she don't like me watching football. Okay, let me not watch
Same.
football. Even though I've been watching football my whole life, but for you, I'm gonna stop watching it because I want to make sure you're happy. But now I'm frustrated now because come Monday, everybody at work talking about, oh man, you watched the games, Wayne. Let me, what time? Did you see what happened? Oh nah, I didn't see it. You didn't see it. What were you doing? Yeah, I was watching Lifetime with the lady because she didn't like me watching football. Make it make sense. So now
Misalignment.
the fellas over there having a good old taco over there. I'm over sitting like, yeah. Oh, what happened? Oh, he did what? Yeah. So once again, more of the story is it has to be go both ways. So happy wife, happy life. That ain't it. It's happy spouse or happy couple, and that's where I'm at with it.
And,
Take
and what you just described was misalignment, and people like that is a prime example of misalignment. At the end of the day, my job isn't to come in and change your entire life because I'm in it, and change your routine. I'm supposed to add to it. Now we have things that we do together, but at the end of the day, you might only want to watch the 1 o'clock game. You don't have to watch the 4 o'clock game. You might just say, hey, you know what? I need to watch this 1 o'clock game because my Steelers are playing.
Come on now. See now you
Guess
talk.
what?
Yeah, right.
Now
See,
you have the rest of the afternoon to hang out and do that. That 2.5 hour makes you happy. I get you your nachos with your guacamole, with your soda, whatever you want, right? Your Kool-Aid, whatever it is, your thing. You do your thing, I do my thing, and then we have the whole afternoon from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock before we go to bed or whatever, and we have a great day. It's called balance. But when you're misaligned, then it starts being, why can't your life be about me? That doesn't make any sense. As people, we should have our own hobbies. That's what
yes.
I'm talking about, misalignment. Or I can watch football with you because that's what you love. Like you're gonna want something with me because that's what I love, or do some shit with me that you may not like to do, but you know what? My wife loves it, so I'm gonna do it. I think this is where it is important. When I went back to that alignment word is so important because I honestly thought, because in Jamaica we don't have no happy wife, happy life foolishness. I thought it was a white person thing. I remember when my ex said that was I said, oh, black people talk about this? Because listen, Jamaican men are Jamaican men, okay? I'm Jamaican men. Love them, hate them. I know there's a lot of people, but Jamaican men run their house a certain way, okay? And as strong as Jamaican women are, one thing we do is we're about our men, the one that are strong. And my daddy was a very calm man, but he was a very strong one. And so the whole happy wife, happy life don't work if this man is going out working on happy. I honestly thought that was just a white people saying until I heard it said. And I was like, I've never thought that. It takes two people in a marriage. So why is one person unhappy for the sake of another one? Like it doesn't, do you understand? It didn't compute. Like I'm a very logical person. And when things don't make sense to me, I'm just like, I don't understand how that doesn't sound right to me. So one person has to sacrifice their happiness for the sake of the other person, but there are two people in the relationship.
Come on now, talk about it.
It just, you understand? Like it didn't, it always irked me when I heard it. And I was like, in my brain, I have this type of brain where if things don't make sense, I have all kinds of questions, right? I'm like, it doesn't compute. And that never computed to me. And so when we talk about alignment, that's the type of stuff we need to be talking about. How do you feel about this? What kind of hobbies do you have? You know what I'm saying? What are type of things that you enjoy? One thing a guy that I dated said to me was that, you know what? I love the fact that you really like sports. You made my life easy because there wasn't a question of whether or not you were going to watch sports with me. Because even if I didn't like the sport, I was going to watch the sport. And even if I didn't want to watch it, I wasn't going to bother him watching it. I would go off and do whatever I needed to do.
Right.
Okay. Like we could literally be on the same couch. My ex and I used to be on the same couch, and I would be editing for the show back in the day while he was watching something or playing his video game, and my legs were like wrapped around him, and he did his thing, and I was on the couch with a headset on. Just it was the togetherness. Why does his enjoyment bother me? I've never like this is a real thing. Like I'm actually perplexed by this. Why does your enjoyment of something bother me? Doesn't it speak more to me
Mm.
that your enjoyment of something is irritating me so much that I no longer want you to enjoy that thing? I think it speaks more about me and the fact that I need to get a life. Like that's just what it says. Get a fucking life. But I digress. Um, so the question, getting back to the question as we bring it back as Sheba gets off her
Horse.
pulpit. Okay. What belief about love did you have to unlearn the hard way? That time heals wounds,
Mm.
and it doesn't. Um, work work heals the wounds. Working on whatever that wound is, figuring out why that wound is what it is, putting in work to ensure that you learn the lessons from that wound will heal it. The time alone is just like when Twin said faith without works earlier is dead. That's the same thing about the whole concept of time healing wound. Time alone doesn't heal anything, right? If you break your arm and it doesn't fix, does the passing of time just automatically fix a broken arm? No, that shit's gonna probably hurt more. You need to go to the hospital. You gotta prop it up. You gotta do what you need to do. Maybe put it in a sling, put it in a cast. Like there's all of these things that happen to heal that wound. So when it comes to a wound of the heart, which isn't something that they can just open up and fix and look within it and put it in an X-ray. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's not that easy. And so it is up to us when we are hurt and we are wounded by love specifically. This is I'm talking about a love wound. When we're wounded by love, it is important that we do the work to figure out why that wound, because not every like I could do something to you that doesn't bother you or hurt you, but I do it to somebody, the same exact thing to somebody else, and it devastates them. So my behavior, is it my behavior that is the issue or your response to my behavior? My behavior may be wrong, but some people can take the behavior and be like, yeah, But other people take that behavior to heart. And so, yes, I think number one, cut the person out of your life who may have harmed you. But number two, figure out, why did that harm you? Why did that bother you? Why did that hurt you? And I don't think time is the answer to healing a love wound, because love wounds can stay with you for a lifetime. There are people who are in their 50s right now thinking about a broken heart in their 20s,
Mm.
that for 30 years they've carried that, whether it is even subconsciously, they've carried that, and it's perpetuated through all of their other relationships. And time don't mean shit in those things, because that broken heart that you may have, if you do not tend to it and figure it out and do the work, time is not going to heal it. Time actually makes it worse, and it can impact every other romantic relationship you have moving forward. So that is definitely something I've had to learn, that I need to put in the work to deal with anything that I need to heal before I get into another situation. Man, it's hard out here. But so here's the last question, and then we're gonna have a bit of banter. And then we're going to go into our dating tips. So the last question on my list is, what are you no longer willing to negotiate in relationships going forward? And I repeat,
Compromise.
what are you no longer willing to negotiate in relationships going forward?
Compromise.
Oh, well,
No
well.
longer compromise. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Not gonna compromise anymore. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I tried it before. It didn't work out. So I will not be compromising. If it's something that I require or need, I'm gonna stand on it. If I don't get what I need, what I ask for, on to the next one. And it's vice versa. If I'm not able to do something for you, stand on business. On to the next one. We're not going to share and hope, oh, maybe he'll change or she'll change, and this time will do. Like you just said, time. No, no, no. Time will not fix it. Like she just said, if your arm's broke and you never go see a doctor, is it going to heal eventually? Yes, but it's not going to heal the right way. And your arm will be bent the wrong way. You're gonna have one arm longer than the maybe. No, you need to get it put in the cast or hold a certain way, like you just said. So yes, stand on business. That's it. Right to the point. No games. Right to it. Go ahead.
That is such a good one. Um, as much as I said on last week's show, some of my boundaries and requirements have definitely kept me single. That's not a bad thing. It's not, it's actually not, it's not a bad thing. And I think I'm definitely not willing to negotiate some of my clear boundaries on what a man has done in his past to impact our present and future. And a lot of the times I've ignored certain things that I put into place. One of them is dating men who have multiple children by multiple women.
Mm,
I've often ignored that, for the sake, because he's a good man, Savannah. But that speaks to who he is as a person, um, and the decisions he made, even if they were in his 20s. That speaks volume, especially when it starts being two or three. Yeah, it's not for me. I chose to have one child on purpose, because I fundamentally don't believe in children with different people,
mhm,
because of the impact, not on the children, not even on me, but the impact that that has on the child or the children. And I had to stick to that and lose out on some very good man. um so I feel that a man can have the same level of discipline, in order to do so. So I'm not compromising on that anymore. You come and you've got multiple children with multiple women, it's an automatic no for me. Another thing that I have to not bend as much on is a man having a father in their life, or having a strong male figure, because just like you, your father passed away when you were in your teens, but you
Mhm.
had a father to set you in those foundational years. And then I'm sure you had strong male figures around you when your father was gone, whether they be uncles or elders or so forth that were there. I will no longer compromise on dating men who had no men in their lives. Like, and I'm not talking about the coach who coached you for basketball for 3 years. I mean a consistent man in your life to show you what it is to be a man, because emotional regulation is so important to me. And I don't believe as women that's a trait that we teach men. We don't teach men emotional regulation. That's just not what we do. Right? I have a whole 24-year-old daughter that I still baby to this day. I can imagine if she was a boy, that man child,
Mm.
okay, I would probably be still doing his laundry and ironing his boxers and putting up, because that's my baby boy. Like, I don't teach, I barely taught my daughter emotional regulation. That's what her daddy is for. And
Right.
so a man without a man in his life, that is actually um, something that I'm not willing to negotiate on. The multiple children by multiple women, and then not having a father or a very strong male figure, and a male figure that you still can go to. Like, I need a man who's surrounded also by strong men who they look up to. I'm marriage minded, so I would like them to have married men around them that they can go to, that they seek counsel with. Like, if all your brethren are single,
Talk about it. Talk about it. Go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
what you're just surround, so you're a single man surrounded by a bunch of single men? Like, no one in your circle is married, no one is settled down. You can't seek counsel from anybody as you think about marriage, as you go into marriage. I'm there. That's a no from me, because I got a bunch of people around me married, and like long-term marriage, who can counsel me. And I'm talking double-digit years marriage, right? Who can counsel me. And I have daddy. So again, who can counsel me when needs be? I have got men that my man can go to be counseled if needed. He went in my sister's circle. So in your circle, I should have wives who are there to counsel me. So if you're a single man with a bunch of single men telling me that you're intentional about marriage, miss me with that.
Right.
And just not at this big age. If I was in my 20s, okay, but at 46 years old, when I'm looking at dating grown men in their 40s and 50s, and not one dege dege person, as Jamaican would say, that means single solitary person, is married. Mm-mm. I'm just not willing to compromise on those things, because I know what I want my future to look like, and I understand it takes community,
Yes.
right? We don't, when you get into marriage, you're not just getting into that marriage and that is it. You need a counsel around you. You need people to be able to go to. You need elders. You need people who have been married for a short time, a long time. Like, again, I got people who might have been recently married to 20, 30 years of marriage that you go to, and you get counsel from these people. Because if I was surrounded by a bunch of just single women, we just running the streets, I think a man should look at me a certain way. Like, girl, you ain't got not one or two friends that are married or settled down. You're just running around with a bunch of single hyenas.
Make it make sense.
Don't
Uh,
make sense.
uh,
So I've had, it might mean, like I said, for 2026, my ass is single and I got to sit myself down. But going back to question one, where we both agree, the streets are not for me. So if I just need to take myself out of that street and figure it out, then I'd rather that just I don't want these streets. I am this is that as we banter a little bit. I am seriously going to do this matchmaker. I needed to get out of my busy season and I need to get out of Christmas and all the Christmas spending, and to be able to recalibrate and focus. But I think for me, I have realized my pheromones suck. My picker is off, and I need a professional to help me navigate 2026 dating. I am not on any dating sites. It is either I'm going to get a professional or I'm going to have people who set me up with other people. I'm no longer doing it by myself. I have recognized that I need help. I need assistance. I am tired of people asking me why I'm single. Why are you single? But you're so great. Why are you single? Why are you single? Well, I'm single because my pheromones suck and my picker is off. And I'm still healing and grieving from the death of my father and the loss of this and the start. Like I got a lot of shit going on. So I actually need someone who's going to help navigate me. And it's funny, someone tried to say, "Hey, I know what this is going to sound awful, but I'm going to say it." They offered me a female matchmaker, and I said no, thank you. I said, here's the thing. I can talk circles around most people, and I can talk circles around most women. So for the new sisterhood, the sister circle, the whole girls thing, I want somebody who's going to tell me how it is. And realistically, in 2025, I think women lie to each other. And I don't want no woman sitting there lying to me about what the prospects and the possibilities of me finding what I want is. I want someone who's going to tell me the truth. And I think women tiptoe around other women's feelings. And I definitely think women tiptoe around attractive women's feelings because we don't get told the truth most of the time. People just kiss our asses and just tell us what we want to hear. Whereas a male matchmaker, I think, will tell me what it is. If I'm on some bullshit and my terms are realistic and all of those things. I wish Kevin Samuels was alive. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, because I think Kevin Samuels would have been a hell of a great matchmaker, and I would have paid that man to fucking Ilyana fix my life right now. Because so
Uh,
respectfully, I know it sounds awful, but I talk circles. I literally do that for a living. Talk circles around people and negotiate with people and convince them to do what it is that I want and make them think it was their idea to do it in the first place. That's literally what I do for a living. So yeah, I'm not paying somebody $0 to, to feed into my bullshit. I think a male matchmaker will tell me how it is. But Mister, what are you saying here? What do you think a matchmaker is going to tell me? I'm curious to know what you're going to say because we're leaving 2025. I want to hear what you got to say, Mister, because you do keep it real with me and with the show. So let me know what do you think your 2026 is going to look like when it comes to love and relationships and all that stuff, twins.
for 2026, what it's going to look like for me?
Hmm. Hmm. Well,
Yeah. So, I think just mainly just continue focusing on myself as of now, meaning that be the best version of a father to my kids that I do have.
love
I have
it.
a daughter, I have a son. So first, number one, focus on them to be the best version of myself where I could be available for them because they're still young and they're mature and they're getting to the age where they're gonna start figuring out life for themselves,
That
dating,
part.
girls, boys, all that. So I need to be 100% focused on them right there, right? And the person that is going to align with that, not that I'm saying I'm putting my kids first, because I definitely want to be in a relationship with somebody, right? So we're not going to,
Mm,
but we'll definitely have to align there. Like I'm not compromising their development. So it's not like,
mm.
well, you want to miss some of these games because if me and you are talking,
Oh hell no.
my time.
Sorry.
Oh, what?
The fuck?
Like
The
any
fuck?
yeah,
Sorry.
that never happened to me, but my older brother, he was dating a young lady who told him that he's going to miss some of his son's games if they start talking. He said, "Oh, really?
I'm
Okay."
glad you said was. I'm glad you said he was because
Yeah, yeah,
she gone bye bye. Like the
yeah.
fuck?
He said, "Well, it was nice talking to you. You have a wonderful day." He said, "What are you doing?" "Oh yeah, we're done. If you think I'm gonna compromise my kids for you, we're not
The
doing."
fuck again?
and once again, that's something he recognized right away that yeah, we're not
We're
aligned.
misaligned, exactly. We're misaligned.
Think I'm going to just miss out on some of my kids' activity because I'm talking to you, baby girl. That poom poom ain't that good. Trust me, it just ain't that good.
That
So
part.
anyway, so yeah, just like I said, focus on me being the best version of a father, so I can be mentally, physically available for my kids. And then, the woman that I'll be talking to going forward, she'll understand that and we'll be able to build off that. You know what I'm saying? And yes, there will be some compromise in there as well. Just ain't no compromise saying that "Hey, you can't go to no band concert because we gotta go out tonight. Nah, we ain't doing that now. But y'all kind of get the gist what I'm trying to say. Equally,
I
yeah.
feel you. Listen, I feel that is. I wish somebody would. Even at 24 years old, my daughter's booked and busy, and my daughter could jump on a tour in the next anytime. Everybody said, "Oh yeah, you can't go to that city. Go see your daughter on tour." I'm sorry, what? La fuck again? Okay, what? Do you understand that I'm a parent forever? Like this is a job that we are signed in blood. If there was a signature in blood, it was parenting. When we became a parent, listen, my daughter went last night. She thank God she ain't here to hear this. She'd be like, why are you telling people my business? My daughter's 24 years old. She went out last night, went to the Burna Boy concert, had a time of her life, came home. She came to my room. She's like, oh, mommy, you're up. Okay, I'm just going to go take my clothes off, get myself together. And she came and laid down with me for 30 minutes in my room because she just wanted to be by her mommy. She just wanted to be with her mom. Because sometimes every kid still needs. When I had to go to the hospital the other day because I thought I was having a stroke, you know who I called? My mommy. It was my mommy that I called. It was my mommy who I was leaning into. It was my mommy who was making sure that I was okay. Kids, and if my daddy was here, I would have called my daddy. Okay, kids need their parents. So the audacity of some
Mhm.
woman to come into your life and you don't even have a presence in some man's life and come and say, "Oh, you miss what, bitch? Miss me with that?" Like, no, that is some. I'm mad for him. That is some nerve.
She was serious too.
And she got seriously kicked to the curb.
Oh, with the quickness.
That don't even make no damn sense. People, please be. You know what? Here is my dating tip for 2026. And well, the end of 2025 going to 2026. Please be realistic with your dating requirements.
Mm.
Have a good, because I am doing this for myself, because as I go into this and I say I'm going to get a matchmaker, he might peg me down a few notches, and I'm ready for that because I have to be realistic about my dating requirements and my dating prospects. Just because I have requirements don't mean that there are people out there willing to meet my requirements. There's no sense in all of these dating requirements if you do not have dating prospects, real dating prospects. I can't be thinking about marriage if I don't have dating prospects. If no one realistically wants to date me, I will never get married because I won't be meeting anybody. So we have to be real. Even me, I've had to have a good long look at myself. I told you my pheromones suck and my pickers off, right? And so I want people leaving 2025, going into 2026 to truly be realistic about their dating requirements and their dating prospects, which means options. Do we really have the options that we think we are? Sometimes I think I have more options than I probably do. This is why I have to step back and be freaking realistic about what is actually out there and readily available to me. Not just readily available to me. That's the kicker part about being realistic. It's not, there might be some people that are out there, but absolutely realistic to me. So, twins, your dating tip and Mr. if you got it, and I'm going to go back to what you said there, Mr. Go on.
Dating tip for 2026 going forward. Respectfully bound down to 2025 was a very interesting and learning year. Shout out to all the relationships. Shout out to people I met. It didn't work out, but it was definitely a learning experience. But now going forward in 2026, um, we're not going to compromise the standard. We're not going
Mm,
to compromise the standard. If we know what we're looking for, we know what we want, let's stick to it.
that part.
Let's not deviate from what the game plan is, whatever your decision or something that you're looking for, stick to it. Be upfront with it, be honest with it. And it's a standard. The standard is a standard. Just like that. Nothing else to say.
I love that. So I'm going to read some of these comments just to make sure we are ending our 2025 live show with a bang. King's Cash Court says 2026 is being open to what is best for me. Mr. is saying that my matchmaker is going to tell me that I already found Superman and he wasn't good enough. So what you want me to do? Question mark. I have so much to say and nothing at all. Um, so much to say and nothing at all. Listen, I was honest last week. I told you I likely lost out on some good men because I had a specific boundary, and I was okay with that. If my time has passed, I'm actually gonna have to be okay with that. As tough as that is for me, as tough as it is for me to think that my happily ever after may not happen again as a divorced woman and a engaged woman, I'm going to have to be content with that.
Mm.
And it's going to suck like hell and it's going to be awful, but if that is the path for me, that is the path for me. But the one thing I realize is it I'm not going to compromise just to have a warm body in my bed. I can't do. I can't do it. Because I could have been remarried already without question. There's probably three guys I can think of in my head right now. We were not aligned. They were not what I wanted. Just because somebody wants me doesn't want mean I want them back. I am, and money was a factor and all these different things, right? People think, yeah, woman. No, I've been offered money. I've been offered a lot of things. I want what I want. I want what I want. And if he's not out there, it's gonna suck, but it is what it is. But I don't believe that. I believe 2026 is gonna bring me great things. I think it's gonna bring twins amazing things. I think if you put in the work, again, Twin said it, faith without work
It is
is dead. And the one thing I will say is, even in doing this show, we have put in the work. We have shown up every week. I know that I have taken the batters and the bruises and stood firm on opinions that people don't like. And I'm okay with that because I am true to who I am. I think once you're true to who you are and what you want, that's going to take you far. But I also put in the work. I put in the work that needs to be put in to get it because I truly do believe, like, if we can get this love thing right, if Black people can get this love thing right, we can build back community. It starts with proper relationships. It starts with a proper foundation, and a relationship is a foundation for what we need. Children are being born into situations they should not, like, 2025 menace. I've seen some things. Children are being born into situations they should have never been born to in, and we keep perpetuating the same thing over and over and over and over. And enough is enough. Enough. Like, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, enough is enough, guys. Go into 2026 wanting to be better and do better. So, Mr. I don't see that you have a dating tip. Again, this is our last live show of 2025. We will be back in 2026, January 1st of 2026 to be exact. Next week, we are going to be doing a 12-hour live marathon of our top clips, our top shows. It's going to be, I'm breaking it down. It's all going to work. So we're going to have, I might jump in. It is Christmas Day, so I know you guys are going to be eating. I might jump in at some point. But again, we're going to do a 12-hour marathon on our top shows, our top clicks, our most comments, all of that stuff. Any final words, twins, as we end 2025? Shit.
Nothing additional. I mean, I said a lot, and I don't want to repeat myself over and over again. So everything I said in this video, 2026, let's get it.
Ah, let's get it. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and all of that stuff. See you in the new